There is no reality. It's a projection of your consciousness. So therefore, circumstances do not matter. You can get what you want. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you resonate with this message, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you would like to work together, that information's in the description box below for you, as well as the link to my meditation channel. Circumstances outside of you do not matter. No matter what's going on, that does not dictate what is actually true for you, what you can actually have or experience in your life, because that's the projection, that's the hologram, that's the mirror. It's all you. Reality does not exist until you look at it, until you perceive it. This is what quantum physics tells us. When you look away from something, it collapses back into a wave of energy. It turns back into potential. When you look at it, you perceive it, it becomes something. It changes due to your perception. It goes from a wave of energy into particles, matter. So we are literally creating reality. And so when you place so much importance on the outer circumstances in a limiting way of like, I can't have it because of this and that, it's not really real. That outside of you is the projection of you. It is a part of you, your consciousness, your mind, your perceptions, the assumptions you make about things, your beliefs, right? That's what you see outside of you, but there really is no outside. Reality is you. So when you come across situations in your life that are reflecting something you don't like, something you don't prefer, or it seems to be opposite to what you've been asking for, and you're like, what's going on? You can simply remain indifferent. Like Neville Goddard says, be indifferent to the outside circumstances that you don't prefer, knowing that the circumstances are not reality, you are. When you really know your power, you know who you are, it is now easier for you to make those new choices. I mentioned this in a previous video. Just because something is, right there in your face, or something has come up that is showing you the opposite of what you want, do you have to make the assumption about this that it's a bad thing, that something has gone wrong? Oh no, I guess I'm not going to get what I want. No, but that is kind of like the test. You're not going to sit there in this negative reaction for too long, because you know who you are. You know how reality works, what it really is. You know your power, you understand it. And even if you still have moments where you get triggered, or where you have doubts, or you have a bad day, or you have some physical symptoms, or some, physical manifestations that are not what you prefer, you don't spiral. It's only when you really don't know who you are, you don't understand how this works, you don't trust in it, you don't trust in yourself and your power, that then you freak out and you give your power away to outside circumstances, which are only a mirror reflection. If you really knew that what you want was done, and you really, really believed in this whole process, would you be freaking out if things haven't shifted straight away? Or if that same situation came up again? Would you freak out? Would you react like you normally do? No, because you understand your power. Part of like the law of assumption, the biggest part of it is you coming to realize your power as a creator, that you can literally just assume yourself to be whatever it is you want to be and let go and allow it to be. And that is how easily you could manifest what you want. This whole manifestation process is literally just getting you to believe that you're already worthy, that you already have it, that you're super powerful, you're super capable, that you are deserving. You know that all manifesting processes, what they do, and even just actions, right? They're all permission slips. They're all helping you to get to the point, as much time as it takes for you to get to the point where you believe you're worthy of it, where you believe you deserve it. Whether it's like you deserve to be happy and let go of this limiting belief, or this, this negative pattern, or whether it's a desire, a manifestation that you believe you're worthy of. Could you accept for yourself that what you want is yours. It is done already. Everything already exists. Everything. Therefore, what you want already exists for you. And especially when you understand how reality works, in that you are constantly shifting between billions of parallel realities every second. You continue to make new choices, even just the choice of it's done and you're letting go and you're being confident in the process and you're going and you're getting happy. You place yourself on a vastly different timeline where not only from this place, the past has changed, your past has changed and your future has changed from this now moment, because they're all coexisting, they're all existing simultaneously right now. Every potential, every parallel reality, past, present, future. So absolutely, circumstances do not matter, because when you're on a different timeline, like a pretty different timeline to what you have been on, everything in that parallel reality is new and different. It is not the same you. It's not the same you. It is not the same people that in your life. The body that you have, it's not the same body. Things may look the same initially, but they are not. Understand, when you do shift to a different parallel reality that's, a little bit more different, right? Because we're constantly shifting through parallel realities, but a lot of them are just slightly different, right? So, but when something is, vastly different to what you were living before, everything and everyone and every circumstance is new and different. So circumstances do not matter. I went over this in my video about the past and the future, changing the past and the future from the now, and that to disregard all past experiences, because it's literally a different life. It's a different you. It's a different version of everything that you know. You could literally move to a parallel reality where you're eating foods that normally would upset your body or make you put on weight, and it does not have the same effect on your body. Why? Because your body is different in this reality. Now, how do we make that shift? By you becoming that new person. You becoming that person who lives on that timeline is not like this difficult thing to do, because again, you're constantly shifting realities all day, every day. So could you make some new choices? Could you accept that it is done and it is here now? It exists now. It doesn't exist tomorrow or next week. It exists here and now. Everything does. When you make your choice in the moment of what you want, of who you want to be, you are that in the moment. You have made that choice. So keep choosing, or keep letting go of the old story and moving into new energy. Keep following your joy, your happiness moment to moment, because that is you becoming a different version of yourself. But my message for you in this video is to not be swayed by circumstances. Do not be swayed by how something seems to look, because everything can change in an instant. Even if it doesn't change instantly, who cares? Allow it the time that it needs to give you a different reflection. And if you trust, if you not only trust, you know the process, you know your power, you know who you are. You are source. You are the I am. What you say goes. You show up differently. You are not as easily swayed by things that are not what you prefer, because you understand that it's done for you. Most people's success stories, especially to do with law of assumption, that they have accepted their power. Maybe not all the time constantly believing or knowing that, but for the most part, no matter what happens, even if they have a bad day, even if they have doubts, right, or limiting beliefs come up, it's not a big deal. They're not so easily swayed, because they understand it's done. At the end of the day, it is done. You can have anything you want. It is all done for you now. And any process, whether it's, manifesting processes, shadow work, or actions you're taking, or whatever processes that you're doing, They're all just giving you the time that you think, that you believe you need to accept that you can have this thing, to accept that you're deserving, to accept that you can be happy now, to accept that you're worthy, and that basically you're just allowing yourself to receive the amount of time for you to just actually realize how powerful you are. And when you realize this, and when you keep choosing this, you can choose this now. And when you keep choosing this for yourself and knowing this, then things just start to flow. Because that is who you are at your core. Someone who can have anything you want, right? Whatever's manifesting in your life, it's all because of you. So just do it on purpose now. There's nothing for you to fix. There's nothing for you to change. You never change anyone. You never change anyone or anything. You never fix any problem. Never. You move to a parallel reality where that problem is solved already, where it doesn't exist. You're never solving anything. You're never fixing anything. So don't try to change things. Don't try to change people. Don't try to fix this, because you can't. And that's why people get stuck for, months or for years with manifesting. Like, I can't figure it out. It's because you're trying to do the impossible. You're trying to fix this current reality that you're living, this timeline, as opposed to understanding and accepting it's done already. Let go, follow your happiness, and move through life with that knowing. If you won the lottery, let's say $20 million, okay? You won the jackpot for the lottery, $20 million, incredible, right? But you don't get the money for 2 weeks, okay? You don't get the money for 2 weeks. Right now, maybe you don't have any money to your name, but you know it's done, right? You know. That's what kind of level of knowing you must have, because literally whatever you want is done. So if you can kind of put it in that way, where it's like, okay, if you had not, like, you've won the lottery, even though you don't have the money right now, aren't you showing up to life different? If you go to the shops and you can't pay, you can't buy what you want, you wouldn't even have a negative reaction, right? You would have a completely different reaction, because you know what you want is done. And this applies not only to abundance, to money, but to anything. It's like, yes, accept that it is what it is right now. Don't resist it. Don't push against it. That's different. Let it be. Who cares, right? That attitude of who cares, because I know it's done. And if you will just trust and not give up, because a lot of people are too swayed by the outer conditions that they give up on this inner knowing. They give up on their alignment, on feeling good. They just drop everything and go back to reacting and doubting and, thinking that the circumstances outside of them are, controlling them, or that they're powerless. And what I'm asking you to do is to just not give up on yourself. Just go all in. Just really like a child, do this like a fun game and watch what happens. And don't even need to see the outer changes yet, because the outer changes, it's not a thing of like, some people are like, oh, I'm doing all these manifestation techniques, but what if it doesn't change my life? What if it doesn't get me what I want? Then you didn't use them correctly. Then you're not in alignment with what you want, because what you want's done. It's not a matter of, can I manifest this or not? You're a manifestation. Everything's a manifestation. The whole physical reality that we live in is a manifestation. It's not real. When the fact is that if you change, what is outside of you must change. And the only reason why it wouldn't change in your outer reality is because you didn't change. Is because you're still basically the same person. Okay? So it's not a thing of like, oh, will it change? It must. It's just the reflection of you. It's literally like you're going to the mirror. You're standing in front of the mirror and you don't like the clothes that you're wearing, and you're getting so upset and you're blaming the mirror, right? You're blaming the reflection, like, oh my God, I hate this. When literally you could just walk to the wardrobe, you could put on a different outfit, you could look in the mirror and get a different reflection. So all in all, circumstances do not matter. They don't mean anything. Now, if a circumstance is coming to you over and over and over again, and it is triggering you and it keeps coming up and it won't go away, then yes, look at that. Look what's coming up in your face. Like, for example, with physical health, what's it telling you? It's usually telling you that you're ignoring following your happiness. You're not being who you really are, right? You're focused on things and doing things that are not serving you. So look at it, right? See the meaning, see what belief is behind it, what assumption you've placed, right? And then make a new choice. But otherwise, the circumstances, the reflections don't mean anything. You can literally attract any reality that you want. Know that it is done right now. Claim it, just claim it. Step into that, accept it, and move on and live your life from that knowing, not having to feel it all the time. Feel it when it feels natural to feel it, right? You don't have to feel it all the time or know it all the time, but just in the back of your mind, like you know you've won the lottery, or that you know that you get your paycheck every Wednesday, right? Just this knowing of like, no matter what, I know that it's done. Just walk through life with that knowing. Understanding the circumstances do not mean anything, okay? That's it for this video. I hope that it has helped you. If it did, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like to work together, that information's in the description box below for you. Have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.